What's up, guys? Welcome to Sports Talk 101. And today's video is going to be a very special video. This is going to be a live video, unfortunately, guys. I know really recently, a week ago, maybe very soon. I know last week it was because it's got busy with a lot of things going on. But the Big Ten just released its conference, because Monday adding Washington, Oregon, and speaking of which, look, here's the deal. Oregon, Washington, they're good teams. They're both good programs, and I'm happy to have the Big Ten in addition to having the two other West Coast teams, USLA and USC. But look at the preview before the video. I was like, God damn. Look at 2024 schedule, 2025. This is up to 2028. Okay, conference. Future opponents. The Big Ten has. For 2024, but a lot of these teams can have difficult schedule. A lot of these got to pick Washington, got to pick USC. One team may play out for 1 year, but that's going to happen a couple times, every year. But we'll see how it goes right now for Big Ten. But look at the schedule right now. At time, it is not an easy schedule. But I'm going to do my best to break it down. It's going to be a long video. I'm going to go with each season. I'm going to go team by team. It's going to be a long video. I do apologize, but this is something I have to get over with. Because I'm not looking to my thoughts on this too. So you can see here, obviously it's hard to tell, but this is the overall picture right now. You can see this is all the teams in the Big Ten and the team. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go game by game and team by team. So let's do, I'm going to figure this out. Hold on, give me a second. Technical difficulties. I did not realize this will work. Great. How did it? I did it last time, and I know. There you go. Okay, best I can do. Okay. Now this is the best I can do. I don't know what's happening right now with this. There you go. So I gotta make some adjustment there. Let's go from left to right, and then we'll go left to right. So we'll start with here's what we'll do. We'll start left to right with some of the original teams in the Big Ten, and then we'll get to new Big Ten team. Well, we'll see. We'll figure out this out. So Illinois. So the way games they'll play will be Nebraska, Northwestern, Oregon, Penn State, Rutgers. Home games get Michigan State, Minnesota, Purdue. So they get one team from the West Coast. They don't play USLA, USC, or Washington. So they get only Oregon, but that's a rare game. So Illinois get lucky. They got lucky. This is a good slate of games. I mean, the only tough game for them will be Michigan, Penn State, and Oregon. That's it. 3 tough games in 1 year for Illinois. So that's out. There, let's still look at the Hoosiers of Indiana. They get Michigan State away. They got Northwestern away, Ohio State away, USLA away, Maryland, Michigan, Nebraska, Purdue, Washington home. Tough schedule there. They got Washington and USLA as the new teams. The two new teams playing. Toughest game for them is Michigan, for sure. Maryland, Washington, USLA, and Ohio State. I say Maryland because they're a good team. One of the best teams in the Big Ten East. Remember, keep in mind, the Big Ten's going away from division, so no longer the BCs. But you know the Pac-12 does have so a lot of these teams running the conferences in the Pac-12, Big 12, and ACC don't have conferences, right? And they usually have the best two teams. I'm curious what the Big Ten's going to do, how they will send somebody, because you can have a competition between. Can you imagine in this season with Oregon, Washington, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, perhaps Maryland, Wisconsin, or you have similar records, and in the conference play, they can look at conference, how many lost this conference, right? This could be tough. This could be Big Ten toughest conference, I think, heading to any new edition. Where the team? No, look, Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, the 3 best teams, and then you have Maryland, Wisconsin being the 2 sneaky good teams. 2 other sneaky good teams in the Big Ten. Now you're adding Washington, USLA, and Oregon, USLA, USC. You're adding from good teams. So now you're adding Michigan, Penn State, Ohio State, no longer the best teams in the Big Ten. You're getting Oregon, because they'll be the best team in the Big Ten. Adding Washington. So that kind of stuff comes to mind when you look at the schedule. So keep that in mind when you look at the schedule. All right, here we go. Iowa plays Maryland, Michigan State, Minnesota, Ohio State, and UCLA on the road. They play Nebraska, Northwestern, Western, and Wisconsin home. That was a tough slate day for Iowa. I mean, they got Maryland on the road. That's not easy place to play. I mean, it's not bad place to play, but it's Maryland, the good team. Ohio State and UCLA, tough right there. They got Washington, so they get two other teams. And this schedule is actually very similar to Indiana's schedule, except that they don't play, they avoid Michigan, and don't play Purdue. That's it. Otherwise, it looks like a manageable schedule. Not manageable schedule. Sorry, it's a bit. Compare very good teams with Illinois. You don't play another team with 10, but I would say manageable. But a lot of the three teams I look at right now, it's not bad schedule. They only got 3 tough games, and that's it. And so for Iowa, and other than that, it's non-cons, but I think Iowa, being where it is, that's not an easy task right there. Maryland, they got Indiana, Minnesota, Oregon, and Penn State at home. So on the road side, they got Iowa, Michigan State, Northwestern, Rutgers, and USC at home. They got USC at home, but they got Oregon on the road. Oops, sorry. That's unfortunate right now for Maryland. Let's look. Okay, Michigan. They get Illinois, Indiana, Ohio State, Washington on the road. They have Michigan State, Minnesota, Northwestern, USC, and Oregon. So they get 3 of the big new teams in the Big Ten. This is a tough schedule for Michigan. Michigan, by far, 2024. Look at Michigan's schedule. Look at Michigan 2026, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028. They have the toughest one in all of these teams. Tell you right now. Look at Michigan's schedule 2024. All preview, right? Michigan preview, right? 2024. Non-con. Texas at home. Conference. On the road at Oregon. On the road at Ohio State. On the road at Washington. On the road against Ohio State. At home against Oregon. You get USC at home. That's not a tough stretch. That is not an easy schedule right there for Michigan. So good as they have a tough schedule. Let's see how they can handle that juggernaut schedule. Speaking of which, Michigan State, look, is this me or Michigan State? Who was it? Michigan State, Illinois, probably by far the best schedule in the Big Ten. Easiest schedule. Minus the both play Oregon, right? Both play Oregon, right? But look at all the opponents. It's a manageable, for the most part, manageable schedule. I mean, yeah, the only tough game for these two teams is one common opponent is actually Michigan and Oregon. But in addition to that, Michigan State has to play Ohio State. They avoid Penn State. Michigan also avoids Penn State this year, so it's kind of interesting. Anyway, so they got Illinois, Maryland, Michigan, Oregon, Indiana, Iowa, Ohio State, Purdue, Rutgers. Not a bad schedule there, but toughest games will be Ohio State, Oregon, and Michigan, like always. Ohio State, Michigan, already we know that it'll be a tough schedule, but not any Oregon there, and it's on the road too, so keep in mind. Minnesota plays Illinois, Michigan, Rutgers, UCLA, Wisconsin, Iowa, Maryland, Penn State, USC. Not easy schedule, but they got UCLA, Wisconsin, Rutgers, Michigan, Illinois on the road. But they got Iowa, Michigan, Maryland, Penn State, and USC at home. Nebraska gets Indiana, Iowa, Ohio State, Purdue, USC on the road. They get Illinois, Rutgers, UCLA, and Wisconsin at home. Western gets Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, Purdue, with Washington on the road. And they get Illinois, Indiana, Ohio State, Wisconsin at home. Okay. Moving on. They get Oregon here. I don't know how to read this, but Oregon gets Michigan, Purdue, UCLA, and Let me see bigger. Wisconsin on the road. They get Illinois, Maryland, Michigan State, Ohio State, Washington. At home, there's newbie. Ohio State gets Michigan State, Northwestern, Oregon, Penn State on the road. They get Indiana, Iowa, Michigan, Nebraska, Purdue at home. Penn State, Minnesota, Purdue, USC, Wisconsin. They get Illinois, Wisconsin on the road. They get Illinois, Maryland, Ohio State, UCLA, and Washington at home. Purdue gets Illinois, Indiana, Michigan State, Ohio State, Wisconsin on the road. Oh boy, this is not Oh boy, Purdue. Rutgers has Maryland, Michigan State, Nebraska, or USC on the road. They get Illinois, Minnesota, UCLA, Washington, Wisconsin. At home, Rutgers, like Michigan, it's going to have a tough schedule. They're going to have tough play. Oh, God, but good luck, Rutgers, making a bowl game. Like, Rutgers will make bowl game this year to do it. Next year, I'm not going to make a bowl game. Good luck, Rutgers. USC gets Nebraska, Penn State, Rutgers, Washington at home. On the road, they got Indiana, Iowa, Minnesota, Oregon, USC at home. USC gets Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, UCLA, Washington on the road. They have Nebraska, Penn State, Rutgers, Wisconsin at home. They get Indiana, Iowa. So Washington gets Indiana, Iowa, Oregon, Penn State, Rutgers on the road. Michigan gets Northwestern. Michigan, Northwestern, UCLA, and USC at home. They get Wisconsin gets Iowa, Nebraska, Northwestern, Rutgers, USC at home. They get Minnesota, Oregon, Penn State, Purdue at home. Okay, so that's 2024 opponents. Overall, tough schedule right there for a lot of teams. I mean, you can see a lot of patterns here coming up, but oh boy. Here we go again. 2024. Oops, sorry. Illinois gets Indiana, Purdue, Washington, Wisconsin on the road with Maryland, Northwestern, Ohio State, with Rutgers, USC. This is to kick off the 2025 season in Big Ten Conference play. Indiana gets Iowa, Maryland, Ohio State, Penn State, Purdue on the road. They get Illinois, Michigan State, USC, Wisconsin at home. Iowa gets Nebraska, Rutgers, USC, Wisconsin on the road. They get Indiana, Michigan State, Minnesota, Oregon, Penn State at home. Maryland gets Illinois, Michigan State, Rutgers, UCLA, Wisconsin on the road. They get Indiana, Michigan, Nebraska, Washington at home. Then Michigan gets Maryland. Michigan gets Maryland. Michigan State, Nebraska, Northwestern, USC on the road. They got Ohio State, Purdue, Washington, and Wisconsin at home. Michigan State gets Indiana, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, USC on the road. They got Maryland, Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State. So they got Maryland, Michigan, Penn State, UCLA at home. Minnesota gets Iowa, Northwestern, Ohio State, Oregon on the road. They get Michigan State, Nebraska, Purdue, Rutgers, Wisconsin at home. Nebraska gets Maryland, Minnesota, Penn State, UCLA on the road. They get Iowa, Michigan State, Northwestern, and USC at home. Alrighty. Second. Northwestern. Oh my god. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Technical difficulty. Northwestern gets Illinois, Nebraska, Penn State, USC. They get, I don't know. So anyway, so this is what the schedule so far. Let me finish Northwestern, I guess. Looks like Northwestern also gets UCLA, Purdue, Oregon, Minnesota, and I think Nebraska home. I need to be here. Let's go. Come on. I'm gonna do this. Hold on, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna make this easier for you guys. And easier for me to read too. There you go. I don't know why I was like, what am I doing? I'm gonna strain my eyes. Oregon gets Iowa, Northwestern, Penn State, Rutgers, Washington on the road. Indiana, they get Indiana, Minnesota, USC, Wisconsin at home. Ohio State gets Illinois, Michigan, Purdue, Washington, Wisconsin on the road. Minnesota, Penn State, Rutgers, UCLA at home. Penn State gets Iowa, Michigan State, Ohio State, Rutgers, UCLA on the road. Indiana, Nebraska, Northwestern, Oregon at home. Purdue gets Michigan, Minnesota, Northwestern, Washington on the road. They get Illinois, Indiana, Ohio State, Rutgers, USC at home. Rutgers get Illinois, Minnesota, Ohio State, Purdue, Washington on the road. They get Iowa, Maryland, Oregon, Penn State at home. USC gets Indiana, Michigan State, Northwestern, Ohio State, USC on the road. They get Maryland, Nebraska, Penn State, Washington at home. USC gets Iowa, Michigan, Michigan State, Northwestern, USC at home. They get Illinois, Nebraska, Oregon, and Purdue on the road. Washington gets Maryland, Michigan, USC, Wisconsin on the road. Illinois gets Illinois, Ohio State, Oregon, Purdue, Rutgers at home. Wisconsin gets Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Oregon on the road. And Illinois, Iowa, Maryland, Ohio State, and Washington at home. Iowa's team, Michigan's still the toughest. They got at USC. They got to face Ohio State at home. They got Wisconsin at home and Washington. I think Michigan's are there. Penn State, Ohio State, both have a tough schedule too. I mean, look at Penn State, Ohio State. They got, I think that's Washington, Wisconsin, and Michigan on the road. Penn State and USC at home. That's a tough juggernaut right there. Penn State got Iowa, Ohio State, USC on the road, and Oregon at home. Now you said yes to Iowa, but that's a tough place to play. So that's 2025. So there's a 2025. Here we go. Here's 2026. Illinois gets Maryland, Michigan State, Northwestern, Ohio State, UCLA on the road. Iowa, Nebraska, Oregon, and Purdue. So you see, as I go to these teams, you can see a pattern. There's a pattern. A lot of teams have set teams, right? Okay, Michigan plays a lot of this protective rivalry, right? But I look at certain teams you play every single year. But you note there's a pattern of what teams should play 1 year, what teams to play the next year. As look at this schedule, before this video, I'm going to start now, but there's disconnect. Look at Michigan. No, they miss it 1 year. Next year, 2 years later, they play Minnesota again, but that may be at home. All right. So the home and away situation, look at, will change on and off. Now Michigan plays Oregon back in 2025 on the home. They play on the road, so they play home against Oregon. I think 2024. They play on the road against Oregon in 2025. That means in 2028 they play Oregon at home. All right. So that kind of stuff. So still you see 2024 will happen in 2026 and 2028. The schedule you get in 2025 will happen in 2027 and 2029. Hopefully, it was, or at least for 2025 and 2027 and 2029 will change the difference. But these are the players you'll notice there's a pattern when it comes to talking these opponents where they have again Michigan had a tough schedule. I mean they got Minnesota, Ohio State, Oregon, Rutgers on the road. Three of the teams are on the road. Michigan State, Rutgers, Ohio State, Oregon. That's the big game on the road. Both can face Ohio State on the road, but they got Penn State, Michigan State, Iowa, Indiana, and USC at home. The Washington, USC that one. The newbies, Oregon gets Illinois, Michigan State, Ohio State, USC on the road. They got Michigan, Nebraska, Northwestern, USC, and Washington at home. Ohio State gets Indiana, Iowa, Nebraska, USC on the road. They get Illinois, Maryland, Michigan, Northwestern, Oregon at home. Penn State gets Maryland, Michigan, Northwestern, Washington on the road. They got Minnesota, Purdue, Rutgers, USC, and Wisconsin at home for Penn State Nittany Lions. So there you have it. Usually let's look at Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Ohio State, Oregon on the road. They got Illinois, USC, Purdue, Michigan State, and Wisconsin at home. So these are games for teams for 2026. You can see Northwestern here. They got these teams playing. So here's Northwestern. Here's Nebraska's home and away. The way I'm reading how home and away is the white is the away games, and the home teams are in gray. That's how you're gonna differentiate the various teams. And when it comes to knowing who's the home team with everything, but so some teams will have 4 home games, 5 home games, or 6 home games, and so still play the 9 conference games. My thing is each team will still play the 3. They keep the 12 team, 9 home conference games, and then the 3 non-conference games. I think it's to the format from Big Ten. But again, this is the 26th for Washington, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Minnesota, Michigan State, USA, USC, Nebraska, Purdue, Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, and Maryland, and Michigan. So these are the teams for 2026. Yeah, look, I know we're about 20, how many, but I'm just go over briefly each of the, and look at 2027. Look at see here. Look at 2025, and look, Michigan probably play at Oregon, right? At home, right? 2025, probably. 2026, so they play, but so you will notice a lot of these opponents. You're not so trend, which you kind of now know who Big Ten's going to play in terms of conference play now with the conference opponents. And look at this. Look at 2027. Look at Michigan, for example. They get Indiana, Iowa, Penn State, Michigan State, and USC on the road, right? Well, they get Illinois, Ohio State, Oregon, and Rutgers at home. Penn State gets Illinois, Indiana, Oregon, Purdue, Wisconsin on the road. They got Washington, Michigan State, Maryland, and Michigan at home. Ohio State gets Michigan, Minnesota, Northwestern, Oregon, and Rutgers on the road. They do get USC, Purdue, Nebraska, and Michigan at home. Oregon gets Maryland, Michigan, Nebraska, USC, Washington on the road. Iowa, Penn State, Ohio State, and Purdue at home. Just like USC gets Illinois, USC gets Illinois, Iowa, Purdue, USC, Wisconsin on the road. Michigan, Northwestern, Oregon, Rutgers at home. USC gets Iowa, Maryland, Ohio State, Washington on the road. Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, USC, Wisconsin. Washington gets Minnesota, Northwestern, Penn State, Rutgers on the road. They get Maryland, Michigan State, Nebraska, USC, and Oregon at home. And Wisconsin gets Illinois, Michigan State, Minnesota, USC on the road. Iowa, Nebraska, Northwestern, and Penn State, and USC at home. But they have, so this is scheduled for the 2027 season for the Big Ten. I got one more year, so let's do one more. 2028, let's look at Michigan. Let's look at the Big Three. They got Michigan, they got Ohio State, Purdue, Wisconsin, Washington, Wisconsin on the road. They get Maryland, Michigan State, Nebraska, Northwestern, USC at home. That means Ohio State gets Illinois, Maryland, Penn State, USC on the road. They get Michigan, Minnesota, Rutgers, Washington, and Wisconsin at home. Penn State gets Michigan State, Nebraska, Rutgers, USC on the road. They get Ohio State, Oregon, USC, Iowa, Indiana at home. So those are 3 Big Ten, Big 3. The newbies, Oregon gets Indiana, Minnesota, Penn State, Wisconsin on the road. They get Illinois, Michigan State, Rutgers, USC, Washington at home. USC gets Nebraska, Penn State, Rutgers, Washington on the road. They get Indiana, Maryland, Minnesota, Ohio State, USC at home. USC gets Michigan, Michigan State, Northwestern, Oregon, USC on the road. They get Iowa, Nebraska, Penn State, Purdue, Wisconsin get Illinois, Indiana, Maryland, Ohio State, Oregon on the road. They get Michigan, Northwestern, USC, and Wisconsin on home. So there you have it. That's your 2020. There, see the 2028 schedule. So like I said, the Big Ten schedule for 2024, 2025, 2026, and 2027, and 2028 has been officially released. And you can check it out. But so I would basically, in a lot of video, what I did is I give you my thoughts. I basically give my thoughts on this scenario a lot. Basically, I think Penn State House have a really tough schedule. Everybody can have a tough schedule. In Big Ten, I mean, they got either play USC, Oregon, Washington, or USC, whether it's at home. At least 2 of them, whether it's one home, one away. Finally, you put them home, and then the other team away, and keep alternating until you play each other. So that's what it is. But my thoughts on this is this. I'll make it brief. It's been a long video. It's 2 things. One, so basically each team's going to play at least 1 opponent once in the Big Ten. And so they'll probably play the year, likely to play the next year. And so they rotate the opponents every other year. Or at least every other 2 years, the schedule will be renewed where the same, okay, 2024, I'll play again until 2026. The 2026, okay, now I'll play again 2028. Now, but the difference is some opponents play the same every year. Some opponents play every other year. Some opponents you play every 3 years. So you really got to look at the schedule. But it's really interesting to look at. I broke down myself. I was looking, okay, Michigan plays this team. And you look at Michigan, look for example. What do I mean by that? Look at Michigan. So let's start with 2024, right? Well, they always play Michigan and Michigan State and Ohio State every single year. Right? That's a given. They'll play Oregon and Washington in 2024, right? And USC, okay? They look at 2025. They got the separate USC and separate Washington. They don't get Oregon. So they play USC, Washington in back-to-back years. But alternating. They got Washington on the road. They get USC home. They go on the road, play Washington at home. They got USC on the road in 2025. Then you look at 2026. They get Oregon on the road. But they get USC at home. So they don't play USC and Washington. Okay. 2027. They play Oregon again on the road. And then they play again by home, but play USC, but they play them on the road. That's the year they play Penn State. Went on the road. To 2028, they get Washington on the road. They get USC at home. They avoid Oregon. So you see a pattern here. A lot of these teams have a little pattern. Okay, so let's say Michigan, like they play Oregon 1 year. They play Penn State. No, not for this year. They play Penn State again at home in this 1 year. I think they play Penn State, I think 2027. So home 1 year away, 1 year at home. But that's what it is. And Big Ten also kept their flags protection. What that means is they play the same opponents multiple times, which is meaning they protected the rivalries. Big rivalries have been protected thanks to the Big Ten. It should be interesting to see what goes on in the future. But what it is, 9 conference games, 3 non-con. I think that's what the Big Ten's going to. I think they're keeping the 9 conference games. Meaning you got to play 3 games conference play. There's only 12 games a season. But there you have it. That's what the Big Ten has done. Right now they just released it not long ago. The schedule, I know it's a long video. It's almost, I mean, it's a long video, I know. I do apologize. I try to do my best to to get every single team, but I almost a slightly my best to go team by team, game by game, and put out the different differences between the years, which you play so many years. I do my best to analyze it. I do think it's a good having 4 teams. My thoughts of those teams right now, a really good addition to the Big Ten. Often Michigan's gonna have the toughest schedule of all of them. Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State will have the toughest schedule now, and it's hard to determine who. Now, of course, it's going to be the Big Ten championship. You can see rematch now. A lot of times, I don't often see rematches. Only every time you see matches between East versus West now. But now because it's Big Ten's going to divisions, well played. So Michigan, Ohio State could play back-to-back years. So Michigan play USLA 1 year, 1 week, and Big Ten to play USC. Kind of something USC, let's say Oregon, Washington. But I do expect one of the 4 new teams to make it Big Ten at least once in every 2 years. That's expected of them. I do expect one of the 4 teams, whether it's Washington, Oregon, UCLA, or USC, they'll make it the Big Ten championship once every 4 years, maybe every 2 years, whatever that is. But unfortunately, that's how it's gonna be, and that's what we have right now. When it comes to the Big Ten, I'm still waiting on the SEC what they were to do. Once SEC releases their schedule, I think they did. I think maybe on that, but after 2024. But that's SEC I think have their already up, but Big Ten is trying to also readjusted because of the annual Washington, Oregon, not too long ago over the off season. So they recently adjusted this. That Big Ten, remember they recently was out in June. But then announced of the offseason in August, and then we were going to have in August, so let's go. And then recently, we figured out the schedule, and I think they did a good job, though. Big Ten did a good job, keeping a lot of rivalry games and managing who. So you play Washington, Oregon 1 year. Okay, you play USC, Oregon 1 year. Now, okay, you play 3 teams in this year. You play this year. Okay, you play this in the next year. So, and there's a lot of planets comes when it comes to looking at the schedule for Big Ten. But overall, I think it's a good job trying to maintain a lot of rivalry, a lot of games played, and so we're going to get a good matchup with Big Ten year in year out. Every single year, every single week, year in year out, we're going to have good matchups. We're going to versus Ohio State on the road, Michigan versus Wisconsin, Washington versus Wisconsin, Michigan versus Washington, Oregon and Purdue. Maybe I don't know. Rutgers and USLA. So you're going to get matchups every in the Big Ten. And look, to talk about TV market, there'll be a lot of Big Ten's going to be the worst conference next year, 2024. From 2024 to up to 2028, the most worst conference, the number 1 is going to be the Big Ten. The second most worst conference, the SEC. I'm going to tell you right now, the Big Ten is going to be the number 1 conference. Number 3 could probably be the Big 12. Okay. But nobody can beat the Big Ten. I'm going to tell you, 2024 up to 2024, if you get a TV marketing rating for 2024 all the way to 2028, so let's go 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, I guarantee you the Big Ten will be number 1 every single category for most games watched. They produce the best games every year, the toughest schedule, the safest schedule, look at the schedule for these teams, all come from Big Ten. Now expanding, so really, Big Ten also a little bit from the Big 12, probably 2 toughest conferences heading to 2020. As all 4 conferences, major conferences, have a little tough schedule when it comes to it. But man, it's gonna be good. I'm so sorry for 2024. That's the year that they debuted the 12th playoff. I made a separate video about that, my thoughts on that. But this is my thoughts on the Big Ten. Actually expand. This new schedule for the 2024 up to the 2028 season. I suppose I want to like it, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button, please. That'll help you a lot because you get notified every time a video comes out. Check out my community tab page, whatever, on my YouTube channel. I tend to post a lot of things there. Regarding this channel, whether there's videos coming out or not, there's no videos coming out, so a lot of things regarding you need to know. I'm out there. I'm a lot of things, new content. I'm trying to add a few things also. There'll be in the future, hopefully by 2024, of September 2024. But before the season starts in 2024, next college football season and NFL season, I will figure something out and maybe do live streams. Who knows? But games, I doubt that's gonna happen. But we'll see. It's about my schedule is that year. But a lot of things are gonna be changing for my channel. I'm in the mix of working on my podcast. By the way, it's not done. I have the account. I just have to figure out what I'm gonna do with it. A lot of things happening with the channel. I'm like I said, I'll figure things out right now. It's a lot of process right now, and it's I don't know. It's been a lot. Anyways, I suppose like one. Oh boy, I talked for 36 minutes. God damn, I know it was a tough for 36 minutes. But anyways, I suppose talk 101. So I like this guys on my channel. I'll see you next video. Peace.